In just a few minutes, this story will give you a truth worth remembering. Let me share the tale of the stonecutter.
Once there lived a humble stonecutter in a small village. Every morning he carried his chisel and hammer and climbed up to the mountain quarry. Day after day, he worked hard under the blazing sun, cutting stones. He earned just enough to feed himself, but his heart was often restless. One afternoon, as he wiped the sweat from his brow, he saw a rich merchant passing by in a grand carriage. The merchant wore fine silk, his face glowing with pride. The stonecutter sighed to himself, "If only I could be that merchant. Then I would be powerful, respected, and free of this hard labor." To his surprise, the mountain spirit heard his wish. In a blink, the stonecutter found himself transformed into the wealthy merchant. Now he wore fine clothes, lived in a grand house, and no longer swung the heavy hammer. For a while he was happy, but one hot summer's day, he looked up at the sun, blazing in the sky, stronger than anything else. He thought, "The sun is mightier than me. I wish to be the sun." And so the stonecutter became the brilliant sun, shining down with burning power. He scorched the fields, dried the rivers, and made all living beings bow before his heat. But then a dark cloud drifted across the sky and blocked his rays. No matter how he tried, the cloud blocked his light. "The cloud is greater than me," he thought. "I want to be the cloud." And in an instant, he became a mighty cloud, floating with pride in the heavens. He poured heavy rain upon the earth, swelling the rivers, washing away villages. But soon, he felt something stronger. A powerful wind blew across the sky, scattering him into thin mist. "The wind is greater than me," he realized. "I wish to be the wind." Now he roared as the mighty wind, rushing over mountains and forests, uprooting trees, shaking houses. He thought nothing could stop him. But suddenly, he struck against something immovable. It was the mountain itself. No matter how fiercely he blew, the mountain stood tall, unshaken, eternal. "The mountain is stronger than all," he whispered. "I wish to be the mountain." And so, he became the great mountain, rooted deep into the earth, unmoved by wind, cloud, or sun. For a time, he felt proud, unbreakable. Until one morning, he felt a sharp sting at his side. A chisel struck his rock. He looked down, and there was a humble stonecutter, hammering away at the mountain's surface, and then it struck him. The stonecutter, he has the power to shape even the mountain. At that moment, he realized the truth. He was already who he needed to be. The mountain spirit appeared and said softly, "Be content, stonecutter. Your strength lies not in being something else, but in being yourself." And with that, the man returned to his life. A simple stonecutter once again. But now, his heart was at peace.
And so, the stonecutter discovered what many of us forget. We spend our lives chasing after what others have: wealth, power, beauty, position. We believe that happiness is always somewhere else, in another role, another life, another identity. But the truth is simple. Each of us already holds a unique strength, a purpose that cannot be replaced. The stonecutter's hammer may have looked small, yet it shaped even the mountain. In the same way, your gifts, your efforts, your path, they matter more than you realize. Peace does not come from wishing to be someone else. It comes from embracing who you are and giving your best where you stand. And when you honor who you already are, you shine in a way no one else can. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe to Soulful English Stories SS888 for more soulful stories for the heart and wisdom for the soul.